guys. So this is the game plan video for the week. So the game plan for the week is what we basically set up at the beginning of every trading week, and this is to basically set you up for the automated strategies for the week ahead. So we're going to jump right into it. First thing to do is make sure that you run your script. So run your script and you're going to select your account, and if you haven't updated to the latest assembly yet, select number 4. Actually, number 4 will work, number 1, number 2, and obviously number 7. But for this case, I've just run the script myself. This is my VPS. So select number 4, and what will happen is it will start up NinjaTrader. It's going to download all the latest templates for the strategies for the week ahead. So let that run, and I've got NinjaTrader open over here. So the moment that you start NinjaTrader, first obviously make sure that you are on the latest assembly. So if you go remove NinjaScript assembly, you'll see it says 13th of January. So then you know that you're on the latest assembly for this week ahead. If you're on the 11th or 12th of January, or I think it was 11th was the last one, please make sure you update to the 13th. Very quick process. We covered this in a previous video. Okay, great. So as soon as you've run that and you've restarted NinjaTrader, go to workspaces and select game plan week of 16 January to 19 January. So this week ahead, we are going to be running 2 charts, and I'm going to be running it on a few different accounts. So I'll be running different accounts for each chart, and we're going to be running the MNQ. So beginning of the year, we're still only in our second proper week of trading. So we are going with the micros to begin the the year off, and then we'll progress back into the minis. So as soon as you've loaded up your charts, this is what you're going to be looking at. Now what I've done this week to make it pretty awesome is I've added in the strategy analyzer. So one of the tabs at the bottom in this workspace is going to be your strategy analyzer. So you're able to open up that analyzer and you're able to actually see what has been optimized. So I've saved it as a back test, so you can just click on the run button and we'll rerun that back test. So what we've done this week is we've got the settings A and B as 2 and 24. We've got all the tick distance entries, we've got the target ticks, we've got the stop ticks, and this specific template, the first template, is going to be trade size as 1, 1, 1, and 1. So it's going to enter up to 4 entries, and it's only going to trade between 8 a.m. and 11:50 a.m. So it's quite a short period. Let me just deactivate my camera. Sorry, it was actually hiding away all the figures behind there. So I'll go to the top again. So setting A and setting B, 224. We've got our entrances for our first, our tick distances for our first entries. We've got our target ticks. We've got our stop ticks, 8 a.m. to 11:50. We're trading this week. Actually, we are trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I was thinking you possibly could actually trade today because trading ends at 1 p.m. But comfortably, I'm only looking to trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's where I'm looking. But we'll check Tuesday when we activate the strategy. Okay, so we'll leave everything else as it is. We're only targeting $160 as our daily target. So that's what we've actually done with this specific entry, with this one. Now, when you load up the strategy, you can select the account for your account daily targets, but everything else is basically in there. So this is just to show you what it's looking like this week. So as an example, I might not come up because I've got to run it again, but I'll just quickly click on the run button. That'll just get it back up to where it needs to be. Come on, NinjaTrader. Actually there it is. Okay, so this is what the optimizations have brought us, so all the way up until the end of last week. So you can have a look at the prior history of these settings. So that's for the single entry. So this one here, you actually have to run it again, I've realized, because once you've restarted NinjaTrader, you actually have to run it again for it all to refresh. So you can run the back test, it will just run through that data again, and it will spit out the results. Remember, we have included commission, we have included slippage, so all of that is actually calculated into these results. So always make sure. So we've got a 3 slippage. So the difference, the 3 slippage is very important to have. So that is what the historical performance of these settings have achieved. Okay, so that is the one. The second chart that we're running, I'm going to just run the back test on this. It's the exact same chart size. So we've actually got a 50-30 DTB bars. So from the top again, we're going to look at the settings. This one is going to be a 2 and a 20. We've got the exact same tick distance. So the same distance for the entries, the same target ticks, the same stop ticks. But this specific strategy is doing a different trade size. So we've got trade sizes 1, trade sizes 2, trade sizes 3 and 4. So each of the entries are going to have their own specific size. Okay, same trading hours. We're looking at the same hours, and this specific strategy we are targeting $340 per day. That is our daily target that we are pursuing. And you're also going to notice this week I've actually optimized the strategy to only chase for a daily target. Okay, so that is quite, I often do that, you know, but it's going to trade until it hits its target. That's basically what it is programmed to do. We've optimized from the 8th of October up until today, because we're literally getting the heartbeat of the market. So, you know, the market is going to behave in all different ways. Doesn't help optimizing the last 10 years because you're not going to get the heartbeat of the market. The current heartbeat of the market, these are the settings that have shown to be effective. All right, so this is what this one looks like. So you see it's got a much larger, you know, cumulative net profit. Again, I've done the exact same thing with the slippage that's been calculated. And you know, commission is also selected, so you'll see the commission is added there, and we've got slippage, so it's actually accounting for slippage on there, and those are the entries. So you can either close this or you can just minimize it if you want, and then we're going to go load the strategy. So the first thing you would do is look at the game plan. So everybody has just saved the template as, you know, they've saved the link to the game plan document. So this is the document that you're going to be bringing up, and it's telling you here, you know, we're running these 2 templates, template 6, template 7. You know, it basically says, you know, read this document, make sure you've updated to the latest assembly. I've just realized something here. I think I put, there we go, assembly dated 13. So I'm just going to update that. So that's obviously going to update when you guys open this document. So 13th of January, we've got it. Now the first thing we do is we look at our chart. So we're going to see MNQ chart. That's the first chart. So you'll see we've got the 2 charts on the background. So we are going to copy what the document says. So the same thing we do every week. So this document has been prepared so that you are able to compare your screenshot of your chart with the actual chart over here. So right now I'm just going to load it on my SIM account, but when I'm finished with this call, I'm going to load my live accounts on this. So you go into your strategies and you are going to select, you're going to go template, load, and you're going to load template 6. So that's what the document says, load template 6. Okay, so load template 6, get it up and running, and this is where we're going to activate the strategy. So like I said, we're going to be only trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. But remember, if I had to go and take off Monday, it's going to historically take off all Monday's results too, which we don't actually want to do. So ideally, if you're only planning on trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, only set this up on Tuesday or for Tuesday's session. So everything's done. again, we can select our account. So if you are trading on a funded account, with one of these funded companies, or you're trading your own personal account, whatever you're doing, if you run multiple strategies, you can actually set an account target and an account stop, meaning that, if all the strategies combined hit their target or their stop, they will stop trading. So you're not going to have an instance where you've only got the strategy taken care of. You've actually looking after your account as a whole. So all the strategies will stop trading when these values are hit if you select it over there and you select your values. Okay, so this is where you can actually put your stop loss. So say for example, you don't want your account to lose more than $500 for both of the strategies. You select this box and then you load up your account. So I'll just put sum 1 because that's what I'm loading it on. That's all I've got connected right now. So what will happen is when this strategy runs, it's going to make sure that the strategy and the whole account does not lose more than $500. Okay, so that's something you can put on. Enable, apply, and okay. Now, when you add that account daily target, it's not going to affect the past history of the strategy because it's only going to come into effect on live trading. So it'll monitor your account for live trading. Okay, so now that that's running, it's going to take a few seconds to finish calculating and plot all the historical trades. And then what you can do is you can look at this chart. Okay, so that is going to plot like that. So we're looking to see these results, or very, very close to these results, when we activate the strategy. So, also when you run your script, it's going to clear out all your data. So it's going to refresh your data, which is very good. So you're not going to have corrupted data. So let that finish calculating. Taking a bit longer than it should. I'm going to do the exact same for the next one. So according to the template document, or the game plan document, the second template is also, there should be a 50-30. I don't know why I put a 50-13. Again, it will update when you see this. So it's a 50-30 chart. Okay, template 7. So I'm going to do the exact same thing here. I'm going to go to the strategy, and I'm going to go to the template, load template number 7. Okay, again, I'm going to do the same thing with the account. Remember we said in this example, I selected my account, and then I say I don't want the account to drop more than $500. You can also select your account target. So you can say, whatever, like this account at the moment, if you look at it, it's $10,000 because it's a reset account. You can say, you want to target 10,500, or let's say 10,300. So you want the strategies to stop trading when the account hits 10,300. So pretty cool feature, right? And you can do the same with the target. You can say, I want the strategy to stop trading when if it makes $200. Now, obviously you're going to have conflicts between these, so you've got to choose which one you want to use, right? So for now, I'm just going to leave that 500 one on, and then I'm going to activate the strategy. Okay, so it did take a little bit longer to load that first one. So you will see now when you go look at your game plan document, you will see that you'll see that the screenshots, if I can get my stupid mouse to work, there we go, come on. You'll see that the game plan document is matching the screenshot. So that's why this is provided, so that you can actually compare your screenshot with what's on the document. Then when that matches and it's very close, that you've got your your settings right. Okay, so that's the first one. And the second one, So once you've got those strategies up on your chart and you've compared them to the game plan document, then when you're happy with that everything is lined up and matching properly, okay, then you'll just go onto your trading chart and press the start button. Okay, so we'll give this a moment to load. Also, did I click on the button? Let me just check. Strategy. Seems to be a little bit of a delay with it loading up for some reason. There we go. Okay, so it was there. Bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. What you can also do is you can go into your data series, okay, and instead of loading up all the historical data, you should be able to go and load up less historical data. So because we are the 15th, we can basically select, I don't know if the 26th will work, but let's just try that, 26th to the 15th. That will load up less data. Now, if this does change all the results and it starts mismatching to the game plan, then just leave it where it was. Leave the date as the document says. But what should happen is, depending on how everything looks, we should be able to match up the past historical data with the last few days. So if obviously because you've got less data loaded on the chart, you're going to have less results in here, but you should be able to match the daily performance with the chart. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that back how that was. I didn't actually mean to change that. I want to actually keep that same data. I keep it as a habit of keeping the same data as the game plan, okay, because that just matches exactly what I needed to match. So like I said, once you're happy with what you are seeing on the chart, once it's matching, you could even bring up the historical performance of the strategy itself. So again, I've just clicked on the maximize button. NinjaTrader just seems to be struggling a little bit at the moment for some reason. We'll just give it a second. If you ever have NinjaTrader just stop responding or slow down with its response, don't go and click and do multiple clicks on it, because that will crash NinjaTrader. Unfortunately, it's just how it is. Especially when you're dealing with high, with highly advanced strategies that have got a lot of features in them. You got to make sure that the platform is very well looked after, because it is working harder than what it would with other tools. Okay, so we can just let this go for a second. I do not want to restart NinjaTrader, but we'll just let this go for a bit. Generally, if you do this and you just do it, in a nice slow-paced way, you can get it loaded. The whole process takes about 5 minutes to do. Once you have, looked at the game plan document, loaded the workspace, set it all up, and that is for the week ahead. You don't have to go and do anything for the week ahead, because it's going to automatically start trading and end trading at the very specific times of the week. Okay, so there I've maximized it. Like I said, you can go to your strategy performance, real time and historical, bring up all the information for what it's done. You can go into the weekly results. You can look at all of that. So again, it's not it hasn't made money every single week, but the current heartbeat of the market is telling us that these are the best settings that are likely to be successful. Okay, so not bad for weekly results when you're considering its micros, right? Okay, so once you've got everything set up, all you need to do now is click on the start button. It'll go green, start one on that one, start one on that one, and this will trade for the week. So now, because we're trading MNQ on both of these charts, you're going to want to have different accounts, okay? Because they're literally trading different values. You don't want any conflicts. So you can choose to trade one chart or both charts. but the option is there. So depending on what your risk tolerance is with regards to entries, how many entries you can enter. So this is going to enter up to one full contract, up to 10 entries. So you'll have 10 contracts, 10 micro contracts, whereas this one here is only going to trade 4 micro contracts, so a lot less. Good, so that's basically your setup for the week. So you can let this run. If you got a VPS, really cool. You can just exit this, and then you can come back at the end of the week even. Or more realistically, you got to come back at the end of every day, because often the data feed drops out. Especially if you're trading in these funded accounts with Rhythmic and they kind of close out every day. So come in before this trading session, which is before 8 a.m. Restart the strategy, reconnect to your data feed, load it up, make sure the figures are all the same, and just let it run again. Good, so that is a setup of the game plan for the week. So we're going to post the results again. We had good results last week on our game plan, which we've put the results in our Discord chat. So this week I'm expecting to have really fantastic results on this, and then I'll post my results too, and then the members who are trading can also post theirs, what their results have been for the week. Good, I hope that helps, guys. You don't need to adjust any of these settings. What you can do, and I think this is a very important thing to mention. Say for example, you are trading this very specific strategy during the week, and there is a clear bias towards a direction. You could say, well, okay, I'm happy with the strategy to trade, okay, based on the settings, but I only want the strategy to take long entries. So it must completely ignore all short entries. It must only take long entries. Now, I mean, you would do that if you're looking at, signal charts, you're looking at, what the price is doing, and you're actually watching the charts. You can still let the strategy act and enter trades like it's supposed to based on its optimized values, but specifically choose your direction bias. If you're not comfortable choosing your direction bias and the price is kind of floating between, it hasn't got clear direction, you can just select both and the strategy will enter both ways. Cool. Okay guys, thank you very much, and I hope you have an amazing week, which